6 national titles, 35 College World Series appearances, 71 conference championships. Throughout its rich history, the Texas Longhorns have represented the pinnacle of college baseball in the Lone Star State.
Struck him out, it's over. Texas has beaten Florida for the national championship.
But in the past decade, Jim Schlossnagle and the reigning Big 12 champion TCU Horned Frogs have gone toe-to-toe with their Austin adversaries.
The Horned Frogs are going to Omaha. TCU wins it, and the Horned Frogs sweep Texas.
Can Texas turn back the clock on TCU? The next chapter of this rivalry starts now. For a picture-perfect night for baseball right here in Austin, Texas on this Good Friday, Game 2 of this 3-game set between the TCU Horned Frogs and the Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns came away, folks, with the victory last night here, Game 2, as I am Keith Moore along with Greg Swindell. Greg, when you looked at last night's ball game, for the first time in 13 ball games, the Texas Longhorns played error-free.
Yeah, they had to compete with the TCU Horned Frogs. They'd thrown the ball around the field all year and mishandled a few, but last night they played a perfect ball game in the field, and the win proved it. Well,
you look at that, and in the bullpen for Texas, you saw some guys in different roles. They were outstanding coming out of the pen.
Nothing but extraordinary last night was the Texas bullpen. Coming in to last night, they had over a 5 ERA. Counting last night, this week, a sub-1 for the Texas bullpen.
When you look at that, and then now you look at what TCU brings to the table, it's an outstanding offensive club, and they struggled last night because of what happened from Morgan Cooper and that bullpen, but this is a very good offensive club. Leads the nation in a lot of categories, but the middle part of this order, for me, is what makes them go.
Yeah, they can strike, and they can strike quick. We saw that last night with Evan Scout getting the 3-run homer, but last night the Texas team held them to 3 runs. They're averaging over 8 a game, and hits only 7. They're averaging over 10 hits a game, so the pitching for Texas last night was incredible.
Jim Schlossnagle is the head coach, and his 15th year as a head coach, his 13th at TCU. He has directed the Horned Frogs to 3 appearances in the College World Series, and his lineup looks like this tonight. And boy, when you go from 3 through 7 in this lineup, they are outstanding in the middle part of the order. The guys that, when you look at Barzilli and Baker, those are 2 guys, really good right-handed hitters.
Good right-handed hitters, and good right-handed hitters that can provide some thump. 5 home runs and 4 home runs. Those guys are going to be trying to get hits off Ty Culbreth, the senior from Bryan, 5'10", 190-pound left-hander, coming in, making his 6th start of the season. He's been pitching well, a couple of 8-inning starts, lots of strikeouts, very few walks for Ty Culbreth this year. And tonight, contain the running game. TCU has good speed, command the glove side. That's been when Ty's really good and on point. He can throw that fastball into righties and away to lefties, and control the pace of the game. Keep this game going. Last night, Texas got the momentum. See if he can keep it going.
Yeah, I think the pace of the game. Get the ball, go, attack the strike zone, pitch ahead in the count, and he'll face Austin Wade to lead it off. And we're underway in Game 2. Big ball game right here. Second game of this 3-game set. Texas, if you're just tuning in, won last night's ball game 4-3, and a good one. First pitch in there for strike 1. Right back to the mound. 2 pitches and a leadoff out for Ty Culbreth.
Good fastball from Ty, inner half. Ty's shown this season he can command both sides of the plate with the fastball, a sneaky fastball. He can hit 90 miles an hour, but also has a very good curveball slider. But his command has been good this season.
Brings Cam Warner to the plate. Down in the lineup last night, moves up to the 2nd spot in the order against the left-hander. He's a 6'2", 185-pounder. He was 1 for 4 last night. Young man from down under, from Australia originally. And quickly, Culbreth doing what he's done all year long so far, pound the strike zone.
He's done a very good job of throwing strikes.
Lights are on to start the ball game. Last night we started without the lights. They came on in about the second inning, and it was difficult on a lot of the hitters to see early in the game last night. Same type of sun, same type of night. Actually warmer than last night, and the breeze in the totally opposite direction.
And you being the hitter recognized the toughness to see last night, and with the chatter around the batting cage and in the dugout before the game, you could hear the players talk about it, and it made a difference when the lights came on.
Sure did. 1-2. Overthrew that breaking ball, and the count evens. It sort of diffuses the shadow a little bit. The lights are not taking effect, but it does definitely help with seeing the spin. On the ground. Clements has it. In the dirt, picked though. Nice job. Big brother pick up little brother right there. Cody to Casey.
You can see immediately that Cody didn't get a good grip on the ball. Ball comes up, and see right here, he just kind of comes out of his glove. He gets it on his jersey, but a long hop. And see Casey stayed down on that ball right there. Didn't come up on it, stayed down with it, and made a good play.
When he bobbled it, what happens to you? You get out of rhythm. His feet were not the same as his arm, and that's the reason the throw went in the dirt, but a nice pick. Evan Skaug will step in, his 3-run homer. A big blow last night, pops up on the first pitch. Cody Clements under and out. 9-pitch inning for Ty Colbert to set the tone for Texas. Beautiful night here, just underway. Bottom of the first inning, 1-2-3 go the Horned Frogs. In his 20th season here at the University of Texas, his 48th overall. You can see the numbers against TCU as the head coach here at Texas, Augie Garrido, and his lineup looks like this tonight. Same lineup as we saw last night, just Harlan moves in to the DH spot. A different look at the lineup. The bottom third of that lineup last night did a lot of good things.
Came up big. Sacrifice bunts, big hits, big RBIs for the bottom of that lineup, who will be facing Brian Howard for TCU. You hit the nail on the head saying this is a tall drink of water. 6'9", says 185 pounds. Coach Slaw says he's about 200 right now, making his 6th start of the season, undefeated 4-0. With 30 innings, Brian Howard will throw a fastball and a breaking ball, and been working on a cutter. Him and Kirk Sarloos have been really working on that cutter, and he's throwing it good. Hold runners. Texas runners gets on base. Being tall, you got to hold them, keep them close, keep the energy level up. He always has energy when he's out there on the mound, and use that cutter. We talked about him using it.
Making his 6th start, as you said, Greg, but this is his 10th start in his career, and TCU is 9-0.
Undefeated.
In those previous 9 starts. For the big right-hander, and I do mean big, 6'9", as Greg told you. Travis Jones, a large man himself, about 6'5", as he steps in. Last night's ball game, he was 1 for 4. Sophomore from Humble. First pitch misses inside. Howard, as he gets stronger, his fastball is going to get better. Still going to be right around 90 most of the time, but a good arm slot with his height. And the 1-0. Cutter right off the end of the bat. There's that pitch right off the bat. You can tell what he's going to use when he gets in trouble. That was a good pitch right there.
Yeah, cutters. You've seen Mariano Rivera's, you've seen Andy Pettit's. All it has to do is move about 2 or 3 inches to get off the barrel of the bat. And right there, Travis Jones recognizes too late with the check swing. It's the ground ball out.
Cody Clements steps in, freshman from Houston. He was 1 for 4, scored a run last night. Pop to center. Going back is Steinhagen. Under, puts it away, and both pitchers right now just driving it into the strike zone. 2 quick outs on 3 pitches.
A lot of energy on that mound. Brian Howard gets the ball, gets it back, gets on the mound. He's ready to go.
Tres Barrera will step in, junior from Eagle Pass. He's been on a really good swinging the bat right now. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored last night. He's had some good quality at bats, especially I would think over the last 50 at bats. This is his 79th plate appearance of the year. Very consistent all year long. Misses downstairs, and a good hitter's pitch coming here.
Not a bad place to miss when you're missing down in the zone. He's got good angle on the ball, does Brian Howard.
Cutter off of the end of the bat, hit pretty well, but just see that cut right out and puts him away on 6 pitches. 1, 2, 3 goes Texas. First inning, both pitchers dominate. To recap last night's ball game, if you're just tuning in, Patrick Mathis, 2-run homer, drove in 3 of the 4 runs, but that 2-run homer gave Texas the lead, and the bullpen shut it down. For the Horned Frogs, the thing that jumped off the page, season high and obviously miscues, and ties the season low with 7 hits. It's a pretty good team when your lowest hit total for the year is 7.
Yeah, they've been hitting the ball really well this year, fielding it last night, uncharacteristic in both of them, but on one hand, Texas pitching was outstanding, especially out of that bullpen.
4, 5, and 6 do. Luken Baker steps in. He is the DH tonight. Freshman from Spring. This is an outstanding young baseball player. Two-way player, as a matter of fact. Pitched in last night's ball game, but an outstanding young hitter to go with it. He was the 2015 Gatorade Player of the Year. Made an appearance at the ESPYs. That's some heady stuff as an 18-year-old.
I think I would be a little in awe going to the ESPYs.
Hey, LeBron, how you doing?
Right.
2-0 in there for the strike. I'm sure that was an exciting night for him and his family.
See that 2-0 pitch. Ty Colbert not afraid to throw inside with that fastball.
Chopped on the ground. Getting to it is Clements. Throw across in time. Nice play to his left from Cody Clements, making his 3rd start at shortstop. He was playing over in the hole with Baker at the plate.
Baker up, pull hitter. You see how far Cody is, all the way over there. And he's going to come right up the middle to field that ball. Knowing the speed of Baker, didn't rush anything, got a good grip, made a good throw.
That brings Josh Watson to the plate, switch hitter. Freshman from Arlington from the right side. Physical player, you can tell. Trying to get better as a right-handed hitter, maybe a little bit further along as a left-handed hitter. And Greg, you saw a lot of switch hitters because they bring you in to face somebody. And you think, well, I'm going to face a lefty. Oh, he's a switch hitter, you remember. So you had to see him from the other side. So oftentimes one side or the other when you're a switch hitter is maybe a little bit further along as a hitter than the other, especially as these young players, these are college players.
And more power from one side of the plate. Remember, I came in a couple times and faced Chipper Jones. He had more power from the left side, but was still a good hitter from the right side.
Fouled back. The senior left-hander from Bryan. One of those games where nice play. Secure a souvenir. One, 2. Got him. First strikeout by either pitcher. We still have not had a base runner.
Ty with a little exaggerated leg kick, kind of held it up there for a minute. Got the hitter to chase his 38th strikeout of the season for Ty Colbert.
Elliot Barcelli steps in, the junior from Los Angeles. He hit 2 baseballs last night, folks. Right on the button. One for extra bases and one to end the ball game. Came off the bat. They have meters now to check that. Both of them coming off the bat at more than 100 miles an hour.
Over 100. This one, as a pitcher, you're thankful they didn't go up the middle.
0-1 misses outside, and the count evens. Morgan Cooper last night for Texas went the first 3 frames and retired the first 9 batters he faced. So Texas starters off to good starts in both ball games here. This is down with a changeup.
Ty's one of those pitchers, when he's in a groove, you don't feel different when he does fall behind the hitter, because he can control both sides of the plate. He does have a good fastball inside.
See Morgan Cooper there. This ball ripped into the gap. It's going to be hard to cut off by Rand all the way to the wall. This could go for 3 bases. Barzelli rounds second on his way to third. Relay not in time, sliding, 2-out triple.
Ty trying to get in on Barzelli right here. Just left it over the inner half of the plate, and a good hitter like Elliot Barzelli. I'd like to know the speed that one came off the bat.
Oh, this ball was ripped into the gap. That is his second triple of the year for Barzelli. And he easily to third base. Anytime he gets to that 405 sign out there. First lefty in the lineup as Connor steps in. Sophomore from Flower Mound. Big 12 freshman of the year. Just getting back in the lineup. He has missed 7 or 8 games. He's back in the lineup last night. Wahanen. TCU last night 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Off at the end of the bat, out to Gerwitz. This should do it in time. Colbreth out of the frame. 0-0.
When you need.
Anytime that you're a hitter and you're facing a guy that's got a cut fastball, you can see Jones right there tried to check his swing and watch this ball move right off of the end of the bat out to the end of the bat. It's really tough to not wait. You've got to think about staying longer on the ball, and you can't think pull, because when you do, it's going to move off of the barrel to the end of the bat. So you really got to try to stay on top and think the other way as a right-handed hitter. Now, left-handed hitter, I got to think about clearing, Greg. I got to get out because the ball's going to get in on me. So it's two different styles to try to hit. For Patrick Mathis stepping in here, you got to think about getting the head out in front. If you're a right-handed hitter, you got to think about going the other way. That's the approach you have to take when a guy's got a good cut fastball. Patrick Mathis, outstanding night last night. He drove in 3, including the game-winning 2-run homer.
First overhand breaking ball we've seen from Brian Howard. Drops it in there for a strike.
Underneath this, tough play going back as Warner, it falls in. That's one of those when Wade, you could tell, did not see it off the bat because of the sun, and Warner looking back into the sun right there, sort of turned away at the last minute. A break for Texas.
Wade took a step back. He watched one go over that wall last night from Patrick Mathis. This one just drops right in.
Casey Clemens steps in last night. Good night himself. He was 2 for 4 with a double, scored a run. Squares to bunt, pulls the bat back. In 8 innings at the plate, Texas had their leadoff guy on 3 times, 75% of the 37.5% of the time. Now they have the first one tonight, 1 out of 2. Put in the sacrifice down in time.
And on the pitching side of it, Keith, the cutter, I was left-handed, but I'll try to throw it to you right-handed like Brian Howard handles it. If you're throwing a 4-seam fastball, you're throwing across the seams this way, a cutter, you just turn it slightly, just off angle, and just throw it exactly like your fastball. The ball's going to cut a little bit, and even if you throw the two-seamer, you can just turn the seams and throw half the ball again and just cut it slightly at the end.
You got to make sure you stay on top of it as well.
Yes.
Into scoring position for Brady Harlan. Brady, the freshman from Corsicana. Texas was 4 for 12 last night with runners in scoring position. First opportunity right now. But you can see the difference. In their last 4 ball games, this offense has started to get into the flow for Texas. Surprise swing right there with a 1-0 count. It's one of those where almost like he made a decision he was going to swing, Greg, before the ball was released.
A lot going through your head in a matter of a split second when that ball's on the way.
See Michael Cantu in the on-deck circle right behind Harlan right there.
That's the cutter. 84 miles an hour. If you watch it, it's not going to really dive or go down when it gets to the plate. It's just going to move, looking at the ball, to the left. It's going to move into the left-hander and away from a right-hander. It only has to move 2 or 3 inches.
Curveball, got him. First strikeout for Howard. Comes in an opportune time for TCU as he just drops his curveball in there.
Really stays on top of it. Straight over the top, straight down.
A cutter is not a pitch, it's a swing and miss pitch. It is, the design of the pitch is to get off of the barrel, to get in either in on the left-hander or to the end of the bat on a right-hander. It's not really a swing and miss pitch unless it's 95.
Especially when you had a Mariano Rivera or an Andy Pettit where it looked more like a slider.
Yeah. Michael Cantu steps in. Swing and a miss. Sophomore from Corpus Christi. Was 0 for 3 last night. 2 for 14 on the season with runners in scoring position. Both teams with opportunities here in the second. That's the straight one.
You see the difference at 88 miles an hour. They'll throw the straight one 88 to 90, and the cutter's usually around 84 to 86.
Different breeze here today. It is going out to left, but a gorgeous day here on Good Friday. Just take it a little further out that time. Cantu didn't offer. Mathis with his lead from second. Got him. Second strikeout in a row. Texas waits to lead off base runner.
Today,
the TCU Horned Frogs all of a sudden are a national power. Jim Schlossnagle a major part of that. They've won 15 conference championships, 11 NCAA appearances, 5 super regionals in the last 7 years, and 3 appearances in the College World Series since 2010. And Greg, he was the Big 12 Coach of the Year, and a lot of folks thought he might have been the National Coach of the Year a couple of years ago. But he has done an outstanding job. They are one of the elite programs now in college baseball.
They were always competitive. And since Jim has been there. You see there are 57 players drafted in 12 seasons, 7 pitchers last year. Very good turnaround for the TCU Horned Frogs, and like you said, they are an elite program.
No question about it. Cy Young Award winner in the National League, Jake Arrieta, among those who have pitched at TCU. Jim Swasnigel. Steinhagen steps in. Brother played right here at Texas. Good breaking ball there and a fastball count, and it evens. Eight, 9, and 1 due for the Horned Frogs here.
Hey, Tony.
Well, that starts out looking like a fastball away. Great camera angle there. You can see it bringing back to the outside corner.
I'm a little slower.
The 1-2. Foul back out of play.
Steinhagen, usually the left fielder for the TCU Horned Frogs. Senior Nolan Brown has been out for a while with a hamate bone injury. He's had moved from right to center for the TCU Horned Frogs this year. Now Steinhagen playing center field.
Veteran player. They'd love to find a way to get him back into the lineup. Wide base right there. Times hard to fool guys that don't have a big step. See that front foot barely gets up off the ground. Does not have a lot of huge movement. And for young hitters, if you're having a problem being out in front, you feel like you're falling forward and always off balance, spread your stance. That's a good way to start. Get that rhythm and timing to learn how to hit. Backdoor breaking ball and gets him. Second strikeout for Colbert.
It's a beautiful pitch by Ty Colbreth. Backdoored him. You see Steinhagen, you see him kind of lift up and then watch it go down. It's always a good feeling for a pitcher.
Mason Hess will step in. Did not appear in last night's ball game. He's a junior from Temple, just up the road here on I-35.
Merrill, Ryan Merrill being the left-handed hitter. Hess being right, he gets to see some right-handed pitching more than Merrill. Excuse me, left-handed pitching.
Turn that one over a little bit on the changeup.
I was asking you, what was that one he threw in the ground earlier? I think that was the one.
I think
about
so.
The speed of the pitch. A little too fine with the 9-hole hitter. Does have a good average.
First 3-ball count for Ty Colbert. Popped out to right. Mathis comes on. Makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Saw some white in the glove that time.
I did too. Caught it back in the palm. Speaking of Jake Arrieta, 2006, 2007, outstanding collegiate pitcher, part of the USA Ball Club, where he has really found himself. I call him the bearded one.
It must have been the beard. The beard had to be it. Didn't have it in any other ones.
Lives here in the Austin area in the off season. 2015 National League Cy Young Award winner.
Just about unbeatable. About 3/4 of the season last year.
1-0 back to the top of the order to Wade. Count evens. Must have been downstairs. Plenty of plate, and it's 2-1. Ty chewing on that gum.
Second 3-ball count in a row for Ty.
Got in on him, and it's a full count. Wade got a good eye at the plate. He walked twice last night. 13 times on the season. Keeps the at-bat alive. You know you're doing a good job in the leadoff spot when you got an on-base percentage of 500. And he's 500 tonight here. 2-out walk. First walk issued in the ball game by either starting pitcher. Warner grounded to short his first time up. That's the 20th pitch of the inning from Colbert.
TCU fouling a few balls off this inning. Looked like Hookham want to make a play over there. Or do the nay-nay or something. 5 foul balls this inning off of Colbert. But a couple of 3-ball counts.
Colbert, I would say, an average move for a left-hander. Not a great move, but he does a pretty good job getting the ball to the plate. TCU does like to run.
Wade 4 for 4 on the season.
.35 steals on the year for the Horned Frogs.
For a left-handed pitcher, just vary your looks, vary your times. You don't have to have a great move, but you don't want to take your eye off that runner either.
Just misses. 1-1 to Warner. Change up, just misses. Good count to run here.
2 feet on the green turf.
Not going. On the ground. Nice play by Barrera. Up, throw across the diamond. Outstanding. Defensive play of the night so far. Takes away extra bases and maybe a run.
Watch the giddy up on the end. The throw by Barrera. And the out.
The whole 0-0 ball game. We go to the bottom of the third. Reason we're 0-0 is this play right here.
Yeah, talking to you about Tress making all the plays at third, and he had easy ones. Well, this one right here wasn't easy at all. You see him takes one step, the dive. The ball's fair. A strong throw to first base. Good stretch by Casey over there to end the inning. So let's go.
Zen Gerwitz will lead it off. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Got to give Howard a lot of credit. He's getting outs and getting outs quickly. He's retired, obviously got 6 outs, and he's done it on less than 3 pitches per out. on the ground to second. Warner up with it. Gerwitz retired, and that'll bring Rand to the plate again on 3 pitches. There's a term that you've heard a lot if you're a baseball fan called pitching to contact. That's exactly what we've seen from Howard so far.
I didn't like to do that in college. It took me a few years into the big leagues before I believed in it. You cut your pitch counts down, stay in ball games.
Let your other guys. It's a selfish game if you try to strike everybody out.
I know.
We all want to play. 1-1 to Rand. Texas excited to have him back in the lineup. He's been out since the Stanford series until last night. He had a big night last night. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI. He has good patience as a hitter. And when he lets it go, he doesn't feel for it. He'll lash at it. Comes up empty there. 3rd strikeout for Howard.
Just an outstanding pitch. You'll see where Scaug is set up. Fastball inside. Ties him up.
Travis Jones comes to the plate. He grounded to first his first time up, trying to check his swing. Swings and misses at that. Cutter.
That one was right over the plate.
That was a very hittable pitch. Good swing at that one. Foul straight back.
Howard tonight 3 Ks. Throwing 4.8 pitches per at bat.
'30th pitch of the ball game.
We talk about pitching into contact. The other 6 outs, 2.2 pitches per at bat.
Put it in play. It's hard to square up. Jones lays off of that one. Coach Schlossnagle told us that one of the things that Howard's done all year and done very well is pitch deep into ball games.
Three innings and 32 pitches. That'll help you go deep into ball games.
First 3-ball count of the night by a Texas hitter. Got him outside corner. 4th strikeout of the game. 1, 2, 3 goes Texas. Just nips the corner with the cutter. Through 3, 0-0. Go to the middle third of the ball game, 0-0. TCU was held scoreless last night for the first 3 and then came up with a 3 spot in the top of the 4th. Go to the middle third of the ball game. 3, 4, and 5 due for the Horned Frogs here.
The man that hit the 3 spot, Evan Scaug. Don't think he hit a 3-run homer right here.
And it'll be a miracle. It'll be a record booker one. Even though he hits this ball well to center, going back is Rand under, puts it away for the first out of the inning. Scaug does not get cheated at the plate.
And he doesn't want to go deep in the counts with the lefties. He's been up twice and has seen 2 pitches. He hit one foul last night that could have been 3 runs. It was hit so far.
Yeah, I
didn't have a dent in your
I didn't
truck,
have a dent in my truck, but I was looking today when it got daylight. Luken Baker steps in. It's an excellent young player. Going to be a star in this league. Two-way player, obviously a starting pitcher, and outstanding hitter. Freshman from Spring, Texas. Right back to the mound.
Got in on him. Fastball just enough to get in on Baker. One hopper back to Ty Colbert.
That brings switch hitting Josh Watson to the plate after 2 quick outs. Watson was a strikeout victim his first time up. "23 pitches in the 3rd inning. Colbert, he's gotten 2 outs here, and he might have 3, and this on 5 pitches. Deep to center, but caught by Rand. 1, 2, 3 go the Horned Frogs here in the 4th. Conference play underway across the country. Boy, were there some outstanding matchups across the country. A&M comes away with a victory against LSU last night. The one that jumps off the page, at California Club. A lot of Longhorn fans recognize them. They were very good, swept the Longhorns here. They beat the number 3 team in the country for their 3rd loss of the year for Oregon State. The one that jumps off the page is Texas Tech. After winning 2 out of 3 in the opening weekend against Baylor, jumps out last night and wins against Oklahoma. So they are 3-1 on the season, just like the Horned Frogs are here.
Tim Tadlock has it working up there.
Cody Clements steps in quickly. He's down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Clements, Barrera, and Mathis here in the 4th. One of the best crowds of the year. Texas would like to get something going offensively, get this crowd involved in it. Why not? What a gorgeous day here today. Gosh, it was unbelievable. Fouled away. It has got to be difficult for young hitters, especially now as they age a little bit. You'll see that you can learn to see the difference between the cutter and the fastball, but he comes out of the same release spot with it.
And his size, 6'9", he's releasing it probably about 53 feet from home plate.
At the back door of the cutter there. Got him with a breaking ball.
Good breaking ball by Brian Howard. All 6'9" of him. I played a few years out in Arizona with one of the tallest pitchers ever in Major League Baseball, Randy Johnson. He would deliver that ball. I think they figured it out to be about 51 feet from home plate when he let the ball go.
J.R. Richards.
J.R. Richards.
I went to the mound one time, talked to my relief pitcher coming in the game and said, what is this hole right here in the Astrodome? Is that's where JR's releasing, his front foot's landing. I went, he's out over the turf. Barrera steps in. 5 out of 6 retired via the strikeout now for Howard.
Last 5 out of 6.
Breaking ball stays down.
He's in a groove. Talked about him having energy on the mound, keeping that up, keeping the pace of the game up. He gets the ball, gets right back on the mound, knows what he wants to throw.
Ripped but foul.
So there's the cutter. Such a big pitch, especially in counts like a 2-0 count, a hitter's count. Tres Barrera took a pretty good swing at that, but just the 2 or 3 inches that ball cuts off the barrel of the bat. It's a weak foul ball.
Popped up behind the plate. Scout looking up, runs out of real estate. You don't see many coming in just over that screen. If you're in the front row behind that screen, you're not going to get many souvenirs. But the count evens. Two. Barrera did not think the pitch was a strike.
I don't think Brian Howard did either. And the fans here didn't either. Home plate umpire Bill McGuire, he's ready to ring him up from the get-go.
Ball's down. But he did. Got the call. 6 out of 7 now retired via the strikeout for Texas. As Mathis steps in, he has the only hit of the night on a ball he didn't hit that well. Fell in front of Wade in right field. It happened back in the second to lead it off. Two 2-0 to Mathis. Two-0 breaking ball. Mathis over the top of it.
He watched the game last night. Not going to throw a cookie in there 2-0. Cutter has a better possibility of getting driven. Throw him the slow one.
Came right back with it. Quickly the count even at 2-2. Lays off of that one and the count goes full. Don't think you're going to see a fastball here.
Wouldn't try to trick him. Throw that curveball for a strike.
The payoff. Cutter. Muscled into center by Mathis. Got in on his hands, Greg, but just strong enough to sort of muscle it out there. Didn't hit it right on the barrel, but
this cutter didn't really. That one didn't cut. That one did have a little depth to it. That one went down just a little bit.
Casey Clemens steps in. He sacrificed his first time up. Mathis running better and better with each day. He is a base running threat when healthy. Still recovering from strain. 50 pitches now for Howard. Curveball in there, first strike. Clemens 2 for 4 in the series. One and 2 to Casey.
With the strain of Patrick's leg, I still wouldn't think he would be going in this at bat.
Well, it's the counter run,
right.
But I don't think he's got good enough speed when healthy. But I don't.
The lead doesn't show it.
Got him upstairs. 7th strikeout of the ball game for Howard. Nothing ball game. We go to the top of the 5th, and at the top of the 5th, we get the opportunity to go down to the Texas dugout and visit with their head coach, Augie Garrido. Coach, one of the things about hitting is sometimes if you haven't seen a guy to adjust to a certain pitch, it may take once or twice up there to adjust to that cutter.
Well, you're right, and he's doing a real good job of throwing strikes, and his command is good of all 3 pitches, so it's making it extremely difficult. And Ty Culbreth is pitching pitch per pitch right with him.
That's where I was headed, Coach.
Yeah.
This is just a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel right here tonight.
It is for sure. Both teams are handling the balls that are being put in play, and both pitchers are making it a little easier on the defense by creating the miss hits.
Thanks for taking the opportunity, Coach. Thanks to Augie Garrido for taking the time to visit with us. Nothing ball game. Texas with 2 hits, TCU with 1. Both pitchers, 52 pitches through 4 frames now. So we're into the 5th. Who's going to be the first one to bat an eye? Barzilli just ripped a triple into right center his last time up.
Fortunately for Texas, it was with 2 outs. They got the next hitter, Juan Honan, on a comeback.
Didn't get the call. And it's 2-0. Juan Honan will follow, and Steinhagen. 6, 7, and 8 due for the Horned Frogs. First 3-0 count on the night for Culbreth. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1. "60 feet 6 inches, Greg, can change the way a ball game's played." The distance between the mound and the plate. When guys are controlling it, it is difficult to get things going. Fouled off, right side out of play. And both these guys right now, they may have made a mistake or 2. But they haven't made many.
They're both comfortable with the surroundings right now. They're both comfortable on the mound. The counts do not bother them at this point in the game, whether it's 3-0 or 3-1 or 2-0. They continue to make pitches.
3-2 chopped on the ground. Foul on the right side. Barzilli is sort of, he's rangy. He's got not any loop in his swing, but it's a long swing that gets there, but he does a nice job of getting in rhythm and letting the ball get deep.
This thing is a long, quick swing.
Yeah, it's long. It stays in the strike zone a long time. Pitch misses downstairs, ball 4. Second walk issued by Culbreth. Lead off here in the 5th.
TCU does not bunt often. 3 on the year.
Juan Honan will step in. He grounded to second his first time up.
Possibility of a hit and run.
It's in there for a strike. First TCU leadoff batter of an inning to reach base in the ballgame. They had a base runner with 2 outs in the second and a base runner with 2 outs in the third. To second. Looks to second, does Gerwitz. That's a smart play by the junior. Might have had a shot to get an out there, but White wasted getting out for sure, and he did.
That was a wise decision. As you can see, Barzilli getting down the line. He's still just in front of the orange turf. Good job right there of freezing it for me. Get the throw over to first base. Smart move by Zane Gerwitz.
Make sure you get one. Steinhagen comes to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Fallen behind each of the first three hitters here in the fifth. Good bender, and it's 1-1.
It'll put you at such an advantage when you can get that breaking ball or off speed over when you're behind in the count. Steinhagen likes to swing the bat. Good pitch and a good location with that 1-0 pitch.
There is a big gap on the right-hand side of the infield as Gerwitz right almost behind second. Chopped on the ground. Clements up with it. Throw across in time. Barzilli advances to third.
You would have thought that would have been strange with Steinhagen hitting 2 balls to the right side last night. Playing him to pull right there. At least up the middle.
Hess will step in. He flied to right his first time up. Second time in the ball game. TCU has had a runner at third base with 2 outs. Last night, TCU was 2 for 9 with runners in scoring possession. They are 0 for on the night tonight. I think they're 0 for 2 at this point. In there for a strike. To his right is Gerwitz. In time at first. Colbert out of it in the fifth. Halfway home. 0-0 ball game.
Brian Howard, starting pitcher for TCU Horned Frogs. First 5 hitters of the game did not have a strikeout. The last 9, he has 7. Using that cutter, using the breaking ball in the dirt. Keeping Texas off balance and getting a little help. 7 out of the last 9 hitters by Brian Howard have struck out.
You can see his outing against West Virginia. Conference opening series last weekend in Fort Worth. Brady Harlan to step in. On the ground. Hess has it. On the run. In the dirt. Nice pick. Juan Hunnan comes up with a nice play right there for the first out of the inning.
Play by Hess. Again, one-handed on the run. A very good scoop by Juan Hunnan. Right there.
Cantu, strikeout victim his first time up. Good hack right there and fouled it back. Wynn is carrying. The ball was carrying real well in BP to left and left center. Just got that feeling this may boil down to a ball leaving the ballpark the way these two guys are pitching. On the ground, back up the middle. Hess in time. That'll bring Gerwitz to the plate.
What's going to boil down to is one mistake by one of these pitchers.
Yep. 3 pitches, 2 outs in this inning for Howard. As Gerwitz steps to the plate. Zane grounded to second his last time up.
Straight taken right there.
Quickly down 0-2. Howard has been in complete command. Cutter just misses. And it's 1-2. 60th pitch of the ball game coming from the 6'9" right-hander.
We've seen just a couple of pitches inside all night from Howard.
Yep. He has stayed away, away, away. 2-to-1 ratio. And balls to strikes.
Wants this one in.
Right center. Steinhagen in, makes the play, and that ends the inning. We'll have head coach Jim Schlossnagle when we come back. Great view of the Congress Street Bridge. Through 5, 0-0 ball game dominated by pitching. We get the opportunity to go down to the Horned Frog dugout and visit with their head coach Jim Schlossnagle in his 13th season. Coach, that is a fine cutter that your starter's got. He has done an outstanding job controlling it tonight.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of getting, staying at the bottom of the zone and throwing his fastball and that little breaking ball for strikes. And is there somewhere somebody has to be that why this game's just flying so fast?
Coach, I like it. My partner's not liking it too much about just a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel from both sides.
Yeah, Ty's doing an unbelievable job. Just a lefty that can really pitch. Got a good pace, throwing a lot of strikes. The guys are making plays, so hopefully we can scratch for one here sometime.
Thanks very much for taking the time, Coach.
All right, thanks for having me.
We go to the top of the 6th. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel is not all that bad, except when somebody's got to get a hold of one in a minute, and we'll be here all night.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you didn't like it. I know you like it.
Culbreth out. Facing the top of the order here in the 6th. Each one of these pitchers have had 2 single-digit innings on the mound. They have retired the side with less than 10 pitches. They have pounded the strike zone, kept it on both sides. Only 3 hits in the ball game. Culbreth has walked 2. Howard has walked nobody. Off of the hands. Gerwitz has it for the first out of the inning.
One out for Texas. Take a look at the pitching comparison tonight. Brian Howard, 62 pitches on 5 innings, 2 hits, 0 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Ty Culbreth matching him pretty much. Just has the 2 strikeouts, or 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in 70 pitches.
Cam Warner steps in, second baseman, swings through that.
Both pitchers keeping up a good pace on the mound.
Rhythm. They both have great rhythm, getting the signal and attacking. Into right for a base hit. Second hit of the night for TCU.
Fastball by Ty. Warner just fights it off. So starts to get in on him a little bit and just inside out swing. Nice and easy. What do you say? Keeps the hands in and gets the barrel to the ball.
Barrel to the ball. That's exactly right. Scoug steps in, Evan. Swung at the first pitch in both at bats. And he does again here. Rips it into the corner. This could go into the corner. They're holding the runner at third. Relay to the plate from Gerwitz. Big opportunity here for the Horned Frogs.
Scout 3 at bats. He's seen 3 pitches. This one hit hard. Just over Casey there at first base. He gets down in the corner. Probably hits so hard. And a good job by Patrick Mathis getting to it, holding the runner to third base.
12th double of the year for the TCU hind catcher, and that's going to bring Skip Johnson out to talk to his senior left-hander. You've got some options here. You can try to go around Baker. You got an open base here. Try to bring Watson to place and set up the double play. So you do have some options here.
You've pitched him really well tonight. He's got a ground ball to short and a comebacker. I think they might go right at him right here. Maybe see if they'll get him to chase a couple, though. But he's had success with Baker tonight. And you know right now with runners in scoring position, he's going to be aggressive.
Infield up for Texas. Baker steps in. Doesn't get the call. He tries to bring it back to the outside corner.
That's a good pitch.
Might be a good time to come off of the plate in right here. Now they're going to walk him. Intentional walk will load the bases for Josh Watson. Leads the Big 12 in RBIs. Watson, a switch hitter. 0 for 2 in this one. Struck out in the second. Flied to center to end the fourth. 4-3 pass. Texas will be at double play depth. I would think the corners, as Barrera will be even with the bag, he will probably come to the plate. I'm surprised that Clements is as deep as he is. It's hard to turn to 3-6-3 double play. A lot of times the first baseman will be up where he can come to the plate. Fastball misses inside for ball 1.
Well, a surprise to none. Travis Duke up for Texas, tossing a little bit along with Chase Sugar.
Misses again, and it's 2-0. Got to challenge the strike zone here.
Got to get in the strike zone. I would not think Watson would be taken. I think he's hacking.
Could be 2. To second for 1. The relay dug out by Clements, and Texas out of the inning. 6-4-3 Hammenegger, and Texas out of the inning.
Recently,
boy, I tell you what, it's a pitcher's best friend.
Oh, you're telling me.
Nothing ball game, but it's only nothing because of this.
A 2-0 pitch by Ty Culberth. Cody Clements, good feed to Zane Gerwitz, but look at that scoop right there. That's a game saver. Casey gets fired up, tosses the ball back. Fastball in. Just had to make a good feed and a good throw. Michael Cantu in the background was already getting fired up.
First pitch in there for a strike. to Rand. Going to be 9-1-2 for Texas here in the 6th. Humpback liner to center, caught it off the end of the bat, but a leadoff base hit. Second time in the ball game, Texas has had a leadoff base runner. And Rand continues, Greg, to impress. Yeah. Had a good start to his freshman campaign, and then the injury. But since coming back,
that was a good curveball. We've seen a lot of good curveballs by Brian Howard, and that one, no exception for Tyler Rand to be able to get a good swing on it, not hit it exceptionally hard, but right in the right spot.
Jones 0 for 2 as he steps in.
What do you think?
TCU anticipating the bunt, as I am as well. Up the first baseline, good bunt. It will roll foul.
Just rolled foul. Thought for a minute that that white line, it's not chalk, it's paint, and it sticks up a little bit taller than the green turf. Sometimes it keeps the ball on the line. That one didn't. See right there.
That's not fair. 0-1 to Jones. Ran with exceptional speed.
I like a fake bunt steal right here. Got some good speed. Tough to bunt a curveball.
It is. The 0-1. Fastball. It made him stay right there as it caught him off of the hand. That hurt.
He's going to get an earful. Explain this one to me, Keith.
Well, that's what Coach Garrido's talking about. He was pulling the bat back, trying to get out of the way. Coach Garrido's arguing that how can you make him stay there if he's trying to avoid being hit by the pitch?
You could read Matt McGuire's lips. He's saying that it was right over the plate. Bill McGuire, I'm sorry.
Was the count 1-1 or is it 0-2? That'd be the question.
This pitch isn't over the plate.
Catches him on the left. I thought it caught him on the hand. It actually catches him on the left forearm, right there.
So you call it a ball?
Still haven't been given an indication of what the pitch was. If he says it's over the plate, it would be a strike.
Yeah, it'd have to be a strike.
Squares to bunt again. There goes the runner. Go to second, not in time. Tyler Rand with a bag right there. He's 3 for 3 in the stolen base department.
And all the confusion, going to put the steal sign on. Gets in there fairly easy.
Scoreboard says it's 2-1. We're not sure if it's 1-2 or 2-1. Squares again, pulls the bat back. And it's 3-1. They did call it a ball. First time we've seen the home plate umpire give the official count.
No, he says it's over the plate.
It's over the plate. It's got to be a strike. Then his explanation's not right.
Right. Or he should have been awarded first with a hit by pitch.
3-1 to Jones.
Or maybe he was saying his hand was out over the plate. I don't know.
Pulls it back, pitches in there for a strike, and the count's full.
Travis is going to get to first somehow. He keeps trying to get down there.
You know they're broadcasting this, right, Blue?
Full count to Jones. Cody Clements awaits on deck. Crowd involved for the first time really tonight.
Yes.
Howard with an inside step move. '70th pitch of the ball game for the big right-hander. Keeps the at-bat alive.
That cutter not as sharp. With a 3-2 count, trying to get it over the plate as much as he can with little movement.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming here. Hit right side into right. Ran, held at third. Throw gets cut off. Actually over the cutoff man, but Jones cannot advance, but runners at first and third.
A very wise move. Wise move by Skip Johnson down there in the third base coach's box. That ball was hit hard. Ball hit firmly out to right field and ran. Didn't get a great break on it. You see here, just hesitated slightly, but a good jump also by Austin Wade out there. He has the ball right there, and Rand's just now getting to third base. With nobody out, a wise move.
This could prompt a visit, and it does. One of those, the entire infield will come together here. Now, there's lots of options if you're Coach Garrido here, too, as well. Clement's an excellent bunter. Might be a time where you could use the safety squeeze, force it to be put in play.
I'm thinking maybe just a regular bunt to get Travis Jones to second base.
Well, you can do that, and if you're the speed of Rand at third can read that. So there's lots of options here. Nobody out in the inning.
That's exactly what both sides are going over right now. Kirk Sarler's talking to his infield and pitcher and catcher about what could happen here, and Augie Garrido talking to his hitters and runners.
It's a chess match.
What an at bat by Travis Jones with all the everything going on, getting hit in the forearm, fouling off a tough 3-2 pitch, and then getting a base hit to right field.
Cody Clements leads this Texas club in hitting with runners in scoring position at a .458 clip. As he steps in here, he is 13, or actually 11 for 24 with 13 ribbies. TCU at double play depth in the infield, except for Barzilli, who's even with the bag at third. Downstairs, nice job keeping that ball in front. You see Barrera in the on-deck circle. Table set for Texas. On the ground. This could be two. Second for one. It is a double play, but coming into score is Rand, and it's 1-0 Texas.
Cody not happy with himself. He won a little more, but he did get the ball in play and did get a run across the board. It's not an RBI. Texas takes the lead 1-0.
Scoreless streak in this ball game ends in the bottom of the sixth. Texas takes a 1-0 lead. This ball hit well to left. Going back, looking up, and this ball's gone. Second of the year for Barrera, and it's 2-0 Texas.
That's how you answer getting out of a jam on defense. You respond with your offense. This is a mistake by Brian Howard. The fastball looked like could have been a, he knew it. Brian Howard knew it. Up in the zone, a good swing. Ball gets just out of the park.
Patrick Mathis steps in. Breaking ball. This is downstairs. Curtain call.
TCU did not give up a home run for 14 games.
That is the first issued by Howard this season. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Mathis. 4 hitters have come to the plate in the inning. Texas has 3 hits and 2 runs. Breaking ball. 2-2 to Mathis. Offense, as you mentioned, Greg, sometimes is set up by defense. How about the 6-4-3 double play in the top of this frame? Look out. Oh. Come right back and put a 2 spot on the board. This is a dangerous situation. You got to keep your head up.
Yeah, that ball didn't hit the wall and bounce back out into the field.
He got tagged.
Just can't even look. Wouldn't either. Let's hope he's okay.
2-2. Upstairs, and it's 3-2. Full count to Mathis. Strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. Not before damage done by Texas. Infield ground out gets them on the board, and Barrera gives them some insurance. Second of the year. We go to the last third of the ball game. That's the game summary right there. And the difference in the game, obviously, is the 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th by Texas, capped with the solo homer by Barrera. But it all started with the bases loaded and 1 out when Josh Watson hit into a 6-4-3 double play, and that sort of ignited this Texas offense. Colbert out for his 7th inning of work. He'll be facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for TCU. Trailing for the first time in the ball game. Single to center. Folks, this young man can hit.
Yeah, he can. Ball up out over the plate. Puts the good swing on it. Good rhythm, good timing.
Leadoff base runner brings 100 to the plate. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Bullpen active for Texas.
Sugar and Duke. Left-hander Duke, right-hander Chase Sugar. Both pitching in the game last night.
Tied him up, and it's 1-1. Good location with that heater. Steinhagen awaits on deck. 84 pitches now in the ball game for Ty Colbert. Barzilli has good speed. He is 5 for 5 in the stolen base department. Upstairs. See the pitch count. Really hasn't been all that stressful, though, when you look at 85. Sometimes you look at 85 and you go, well, these could be starting to tire, but because it's stressful pitches. But he hadn't had that many stressful innings.
Just the last inning, got out of the bases loaded jam, but you can never tell by looking at Ty Colbert what's stressful and what isn't. He keeps a pretty calm, cool and collected on the mound.
Count evens at 2-2.
His last start, he threw 98 pitches in 6 innings. His season high is 104.
The 2-2.
6-4-3.
Tried to come inside with him.
Come on, people. That ball hit up on the rail and went all the way back out on the field. Gotta make that
That's
play.
an error. He said it's on me.
Gotta make that play.
E-me. How do you put that in your score pair? E/M-E?
That's it.
Okay.
E1.
Got him upstairs with a fastball.
Juan Honan going up out of the zone with Ty right here. Fastball. I mean, that's the one you always talk about. It's not the waist pitch. It's not the one way up over his head or way outside. That was right about neck high, right over the plate.
Well, why I talk about that is, as a hitter, the first thing you see is your eyes are so stressed on just the plate that when it's over the plate, you see it, you're going to let it go. Texas is going to make a move. What an outing for Ty Colbert. We'll give you the new pitcher when we come back.
Starting pitcher for the Longhorns tonight. Had the ground ball working tonight. So back to himself. All the infielders making good plays, but none bigger than the 6-4-3 double play to get him out of the 6th inning with the bases loaded. $11 ground balls in all, but none bigger than that play to get Texas out of the inning. Texas responded after that with 2.
The senior from Bryan, responsible for Barcelli on the base pass, but that's a good outing. See the numbers right there. 11 ground ball outs. Second night in a row that Texas has gone to the bullpen and got their young freshman from Bridge City, Chase Sugar, making his 13th appearance and none better this season than last night.
Last night, came in and threw 1 pitch and got a huge double play in that game. Kept TCU off the board. Tonight, making his 13th appearance. Had struggled in a couple of appearances, but his last 2 have been good. And there you see last 2 games for the Texas bullpen, only 1 run allowed in 11 1/3 innings. Entering this week, they had a 5.17 ERA. Having a good week.
The 7, 8, and 9 hitters have struggled in this ballgame. Colbert was outstanding against him. He retired the 7 opportunities he had against him. As Steinhagen steps in here 0 for 2. Zelli at first. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, that one had Steinhagen on his heels.
Wasn't Buckler?
Yeah. You normally see the knees give in, but Steinhagen back on the heels.
Swing and a miss. Both these young men, Bridge City and Bovine, Golden Triangle, a few years apart. Steinhagen a senior. Sugar, a freshman.
Steinhagen took one off the leg last night from Sugar. Maybe thinking he was going to get another one that first pitch.
The 0-2. Texas has out-hit TCU 5-4 and leads here 2-0.
Steinhagen has hit into one double play this year. Chase Sugar would like to make it 2.
TCU last night was held to just 7 base hits, which tied their season low. They've had 2 games with that. Been held to 4 tonight. Just misses. Count even.
Most animated Texas fans have been this year.
No question. They are part of the excitement right now. Good crowd here tonight. 2-2 line foul out of play.
This one right here, you want to start it right at the hip of Steinhagen.
See the 6,464 enjoying this one. Tried it. Just didn't get on top of it. Full count now. Barzilli could be in motion right here.
Steinhagen susceptible to striking out. Could be a strike him out, throw him out.
Barzilli with his lead. Not a big lead at this point. Sugar has a good move. Texas thinking right along my way of thinking. You want to stay out of the double play as an offensive team. A lot of times you'll put your guy in motion right here. Not running. On the ground. Sugar. Second for 1. Relay to first. Not in time.
Good call down at first. Really good hustle by Dane Steinhagen to get down there. Would have been a double play. Sugar double clutched.
How about the play right here at second, though, from the young freshman Clements? The presence of mind to go find it, touch that bag. That's not an easy thing to do. You have to have a real good presence.
Steinhagen with a big leap there at the end.
Ball gets away from Michael Cantu. The wild pitch puts Steinhagen in scoring position.
And Michael did get his glove turned over. That was a little wild. Was thinking he could get his body in front of it, but it was just moving too far.
Want to know to Hess. Hess has had the opportunities tonight. This should do it. Gerwitz has it to first in time. Sugar does his job out of the bullpen. Texas 2-0. Seventh inning stretch time here at UFCU Disch-Falk Field. Cotton Eye Joe, Texas with a 2-0 lead. Outstanding crowd here tonight. They've been behind the Longhorns all night as the Longhorns trying to win the first 2 games of this 3-game set. Brian Howard out for his 7th inning of work. He has allowed just 2 runs. That's enough for Texas to have a 2-run lead. Clements fouls this ball off. As we open the broadcast, Greg, one of the things we talked about, in the 10 career starts by Brian Howard, TCU is 9-0. So they have never been beat with him on the mound. He has tied a career high in strikeouts here tonight. Texas still with a 2-0 lead. 1-1 to Casey Clements.
Good take.
Wheels spinning on both sides right now. TCU down to 6 outs offensively. Popped up. Back out of play. Five hits in the ball game. 3 in the 6th that led to those 2 runs for Texas. Breaking ball got him. Each one a new career high. That's the 9th of the night for Howard.
He's still feeling it. Last night we saw Jancic throw pitches and immediately know it was going to be a strike. This one right here, as soon as it hits the mitt, Brian Howard knows it.
Yeah, watch his right foot hit the ground and him go, yep. He just hits the ground and knows.
Has a feel for his pitches tonight.
Harlan steps in. Into the 7th again tonight for Howard. We talked about that in the open, that he's been deep into ball games in every start this season. He's done it again here tonight. 1-1 to Harlan. Followed by Michael Cantu.
Twist around a little bit. 88 pitches into the 7th inning.
Fouled away, and it's 1-2. Well, he's done a nice job. It's a quality start. He is trailing right now. But what he's also doing is he's resting that bullpen. TCU has only really used 3 pitchers.
One bullpen guy.
And what, 2 starters and a bullpen guy. A lot of guys have been used for Texas. Breaking ball hit pretty well to center, but Steinhagen has a beat on it. Under, puts it away for the 2nd out of the inning. Double barrel action going on.
Irvin Feltman talking to TCU people. Feltman comparing him to Riley Farrell.
Ooh,
they're closer the last few years. Those around 97, 98 miles an hour.
With a bender.
With something.
Cantu 0 for 2 in this one as he steps in. Fastball misses upstairs. Fouled off. Count even. Trying to get the middle part of his year going is Cantu. Wide to center. Coming on right, but going back is Warner. And 1-2-3 goes Texas here in the 7th.
When you need
the emotions of baseball. We've seen it so far as we go to the 8th. Sugar comes in. Greg gets out of the jam in the 7th, and you go to the guy that last night was outstanding in his performance last night here for the 8th.
One of the best fastballs we've seen out of Josh Sawyer for Texas since he's been here. Just his 4th appearance. Had some biceps tendonitis, kept him out for a while. Came in last night and pitched really good in this situation. Setup man to get to the end of that bullpen, something Texas has been looking for. And right now, the bullpen last night pitched very well.
They were outstanding last night. Did everything they needed to do. Sugar got his outs when he needed them. And then Sawyer came in and did his job for an inning. And then Connor Mays to close the door. Same system tonight. We've seen Sugar, hopefully Sawyer can do his job, and you see Mays getting ready for the ninth.
Well, you know what, Keith, we talked about the Tuesday game about roles out of that bullpen.
Sure.
We really hadn't known what they were going to be. Well, last night is any indication, and tonight, the way it's going, I think we can kind of figure out now how that rotation is going to be coming out of that bullpen.
Sawyer faced 3 batters last night. He struck out 2 out of 3 of them. And he will see the top of the order. It's Austin Wade, Cam Warner, Evan Scout due for TCU. Fastball, strike 1.
It'll be interesting to look at the velocity and the snap on the curveball, being out for a month with biceps tendonitis and coming back and throwing back-to-back nights.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Oh, 2. Got him.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Fastball, curveball, puts him away with the slider. 3 excellent pitches by Josh Sawyer.
Cam Warner will step in. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Grounded to short, third, single to center.
4 for 4.
In attack mode for Sawyer. Five in a row, and it's 0-2.
And like the first hitter, Wade, 2 strikes over the plate. They know you're going to be aggressive. They know you're attacking the zone. Now you can expand the zone right here with 2 strikes.
Didn't have to expand it. He reared back, put it right in the middle.
93. You don't want to give up an 0-2 hit being too aggressive and getting out of your plan, especially at this point in the ball game.
Breaking ball got him. Back-to-back strikeouts.
So this is a totally different Josh Sawyer that I'm watching. When he was starting games, I mean, I know you're starting, you have to maintain your rhythm for 4, 5, 6 innings, but now you're bringing him in for an inning. He's just letting it fly.
Sophomore from Libertyville steps in.
Bet he's swinging.
1 for 3 on the night.
4 pitches, 4 swings.
He has been aggressive as a hitter.
So what do you do as a pitcher? You keep it out of the zone. He's seen 4 pitches. He swung it all in. Throw 1 out of the zone.
And he takes that one.
He took the strike.
Nine pitches, all in the strike zone. Misses there. The 1-2. Got him. Cantu to first. Inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Horned Frogs in the 8th. Sauce Sawyer, outstanding. Longhorn crowd looking on as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Brian Howard, for the first time this season, into the 8th inning. He has pitched extremely well, but he is on the negative side. He's allowed 2 runs back in the 6th inning. Gerwitz will lead it off. Here it's Gerwitz, Rand, and Jones trying to add to this 2-0 lead. Texas trying to win the first 2 games of this series against TCU. Popped up. Under is Warner, puts it away for the first out of the inning. So his turning point of this ball game, without a doubt, in my mind, is the 6-4-3 double play in the top of the 6th. Sometimes defense can be the biggest play of the game.
The score at the time was 0-0. I mean, if you don't get a double play, if you just turn one, get one out there, it's a 1-0 ball game. That just changes the whole bottom half of the inning. Texas was able to get 2 on the board, though, in the bottom of that inning.
And Rand got a base hit, stole second in that frame, and scored the first run of the ball game. He's 1 for 2 as he steps in here. Cutter in there for a strike. On the ground to third. Arzelli cross. 5-3 and 2 quick outs for Texas here in the 8th. And Howard, Greg has pitched an exceptional game.
Oh, this is the one where, I mean, you can't hang your head. I mean, you made the only mistake I think he's made was the one up to Tresh that he hit a home run on. Other than that, he has pitched an outstanding game and into the 8th inning. I mean, you never want an 8-inning loss if he ends up losing this ball game.
100th pitch of the night, out to second. Warner has it to first. And we go to the 9th. Texas 3 outs away from winning the series. Go to the top of the 9th. Save situation. Back-to-back nights. Mays, Connor Mays, the sophomore from Lake Travis here in the Austin area, got his first save in last night's ball game, Greg, and he's back tonight.
I really think being a relief pitcher last year is helping him in this situation. He has a live arm. He has good stuff, electric stuff. He throws strikes, and Texas has been looking for that closer. They've moved the bullpen rolls around a little bit. We've seen Chase Sugart come in earlier in ball games, and Connor Mays was starting. Now with Morgan Cooper starting, Connor Mays is closing and got that first one last night, and looking for a big one again here tonight.
He'll have to face the meat of the order. Let's see, Lucan Baker will lead it off. It's Baker, Watson, Barzilli. The Texas pitching staff has limited TCU to 3 runs in 17 innings so far in this ball game. TCU was averaging nearly 8.5 runs a game, 8.2 coming into this series. So Texas pitching, especially the bullpen, has been outstanding. Lucan Baker intentionally walked his last time up in front of the double play ball. So he's 0 for 2 as he steps in. Breaking ball misses downstairs for ball 1. One of the things, you and I both looked at each other. You got a 2-run lead, attack.
You can't hit a 2-run homer.
Not right now, but the next guy can if you walk in.
Gotta go right after it.
One and one to Baker. Watson awaits on deck. 2-1. Outside, and it's 3-1. Don't have to be too fine.
Oh, throw it in there and let him hit it.
If it lands in Round Rock, you still have a 1-run lead. Challenged him.
Throw it again. And the hitter in that box could be more aggressive too and pull off. Just as easy.
Payoff. Right there, strike 3.
4 in a row by Texas pitching. Smokey even likes it down there. This ball right at the knees, right down the middle. Luke and Baker disagrees, but watch where this pitch crosses, right at the knees.
Josh Watson steps in. 0 for 3 in this one. Downstairs, ball 1. His double play ball, turning point of this ball game. In the 6th. As a head coach, all you can do is watch. No signs you can put on here. 1-2 now to Watson.
This has been about one of the best college games I've seen in a while. Clean.
Both sides.
No errors. Few hits.
Very few walks.
Great pitching.
The 1-2. On the ground. Going to be a tough play for Gerwitz. Bare hands. Throws. Got him.
That will be a 1-4-3 put out, but what a play by Zane Gerwitz. Been playing center field the last couple of years. This ball off the glove of Connor. All Zane can do is barehand it, one motion. Good throw. Second out. Little fist pump.
Elliot Barzelli, 2 for 2 tonight. Reached in all 3 plate appearances. Off to one of the great starts of any hitter in the country right now. Breaking ball. And TCU down to their last strike. Longhorn fans come to their feet. The fans will let you know what happens right here. One and 2. This should do it. Ran under. Bullpen, outstanding. 2-0 Texas. They win the series.
I'm almost at a loss for words. I mean, TCU, an outstanding team, but Texas, these first 2 games have played clean baseball, done the things right. The bullpen.
Saw 8 batters tonight, retired all 8 they faced.
They've been the story for the first 2 games. Texas holding TCU to only 4 hits and shutting out TCU.
And now for the most dependable players of the game. Usually player, but players of the game, powered by Chevy Silverado, the Texas bullpen. It's just been outstanding in this series.
The Texas bullpen this series, 7 innings, 0 runs, 6 strikeouts, and both saves by Connor Mays. An exciting group down on that field right now. Their first series win since the first series of the season against UNLV.
And the other part of that is the defense outstanding again. We saw a great play by Barrera, a great play by Gerwitz in the ninth. So the defense doing everything it needs to do.
No errors the last 2 games.
after having at least one error in 13 consecutive games. Now, let's go down and listen to the eyes of Texas.
Last regular season.
Texas comes away with a 2-0 victory, wins game 2 of this 3-game set. And what we've seen is not what we've seen most of the year from Texas, quite frankly. The bullpen been outstanding. The defense has been outstanding, folks, and getting hits at the right time.
And you talk about the non-conference games leading up to last night's game, the first game in conference. Texas took some lumps. Texas did not play good baseball. Well, the competition for TCU came into UFCU Disch-Falk Field, and Texas has raised their level. They know they have to play at a new level against elite teams like TCU, and they've done that the last 2 games.
And when you look at it, it all boils down to some leadership and some people that we have the opportunity to visit with on a day-to-day basis. And a young man, as a junior, behind the plate, has moved to third base, and we get the opportunity to visit with Trace Barrera. And Trace, let's start with, how about that defensive play? I saw how excited you were on that play in the hole.
Oh, man. I just reacted. I can't even tell you what was going through my mind at that time, but luckily I got the out. It was a big out.
It was a big out. You also got a big hit coming out after getting the 1 run. You come up, you saw that first one up in the zone, and you attacked it.
Yes, sir. I was seeing the ball well off that guy all day long. I know I got rung up on a pitch that I thought was down, but I still saw the ball well. And I was just ready to hit that first pitch. I know we scored a run. I felt like he let down a little bit, but I was ready to hit, and I put a good swing on it.
Trace, you've been around. You've done a lot of different things all the way from your freshman year to now, and I know that you're a part of the leadership of this club. Was there something y'all did as a club that's turned this around this week? Is that something y'all look before Tuesday's game?
Not really, man. We've been coming in as a leader. I've been coming in preaching the same thing every day in and day out. You know, we have a lot of young guys on this team, and I just try to keep them motivated, keep on trying to get better every day. And we're taking our game to a new level now, and that's what it's going to take to win ball games like these against a great team like TCU, and hopefully we can keep doing that.
Well, congratulations on your big night and your team's night, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, guys.
Our final score here from UFCU Disch-Falk Field: Texas 2, TCU nothing. Tune in Tuesday as Lamar comes to town right here to UFCU Disch-Falk Field to take on the Horns. Coverage begins at 6 Central. For our entire crew, I want to thank you for coming. Now, for Longhorn Extra, good night.